been a long time since I said this. Welcome back to the Now That We're Men Podcast, episode 10, season 1. You're going to hear that again in like 30 seconds. It's been 9 months since we've uploaded. We're going to make a comeback. We had 2 episodes that we recorded but never edited and clearly never made it to YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, I moved out here and it got very hectic, so I'm out in Arizona right now. And we kind of forgot about it in a sense, and we didn't want to. We brought it up all the time, but the time difference and everything else, it was very hard to both be able to do it and for me to even get time to edit it. And but yeah, that's my chime in.
All right, and just to a little PSA, couple things in the upcoming episode. The brand that Bryce shows does not exist anymore. The sweatshirts that he promotes.
I had new ones coming, but we will talk about that in a new updated podcast.
Yeah, so this episode, and then we got one more coming, and then season 2 is on its way. Bryce is coming back to Minnesota, where he's going to be living here, and we're going to get another in-person studio going.
Season 2 will be in person, hopefully permanently for the rest of the podcast. I do not have intentions of moving far away again, and
hopefully we can stay halfway consistent. But anyways, enjoy this episode and enjoy the next one we got. The next one will be out within the next few months after Bryce gets moved back in.
Yes.
Welcome back to the Now That We're Men Podcast, episode 11 or 12.
Are we staying consistent?
Not anymore. I don't know if this is going to be like an every other week type of thing. Well, actually, it's been like 2 weeks since we uploaded. We shouldn't have uploaded 2 in 1.
No, we needed a little. We needed a break, but we're back now. Hopefully, we'll start getting on the groove again.
Doubt it. Anyways, I'm not even going to start it with an apology. Y'all already know. While Bryce, he doesn't know this is coming, so he might stutter a bit. While he tells you about what he has upcoming, I'm going to go get my phone so I can read some comments that we've got.
Upcoming for me at least. I finally did drop merch for my platforms. I can throw that link down there. Kind of hard to see on me, but on the front it's just a picture of my truck, and then on the back you might not be able to see it on here, but
they can see it.
Pretty lit. So if you want to support, definitely cop yourself some. Ship pretty fast, and not super expensive. So working on t-shirts and other stuff like that, like banners. So those should be out pretty soon too. Right now it's just the hoodies, but they do come in every size, anywhere from small up to 2XL. So those will be out. Haven't promoted it too much yet, just because we wanted to make sure they're good and that they came in a good amount of time and stuff like that. So we tried a couple different companies, failed on a couple, some sucked. So yeah, I got a couple kind of throwaways or something like that. So definitely, if you're looking for cheap, good quality dope because they got my truck on it. Hoodies. Definitely check them out. But other than that, I don't got a lot upcoming. I did have Automotion last weekend, which was my huge truck show. Full weekend event. It was good. We had a couple mishaps, but no tickets. I didn't get any tickets, so that's pretty good. But it was a good weekend. Went there with some pretty good people. Girlfriend flew all the way out from Arizona to come with me, and it was definitely worth every second of the trip. She had a blast. All my buddies had a blast. I had a blast. So I'm definitely gonna try to fly out here next year for it. So really hope to see everyone there next year and to make it an even better turnout than this year. I mean, there had to have been 50,000 people there in that one city, so it was good. So, but thank you to everyone who did show out and everyone I saw and met up with, and people who came up to me to talk to me about the truck. Yeah, that's all I got for right now for about that.
Now moving on to the comments. I'll start with the negative one, but I'm going to just pick him apart real quick. You're following 560 people. You have 110 followers, 357 likes. We've posted much less than you. Have 20 followers. Follow like 4 or 5 people. And we only have 100 less likes than you. Just thought I'd point that out. And then your comment is in quotation marks, "Bro, let's make a podcast."
I saw that one.
And not to mention this guy's bio. It's his name, a bunch of emojis, including the 18 one, Rada, question mark, and then a bunch more emojis. If you want to take a peek, you can.
I don't even know how I could talk with that mustache. He's got a squirrel living on his lip.
Yeah, there's a whole caterpillar there.
Sorry for the dog whining.
But then it's not positive, but it's not negative. It's encouraging. Bro, get good lighting and a better camera, and you could go viral. I know you're kind of picking at our setup, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, and the hard thing is about that, it's temporary. Like,
yeah, and
I'm for sure leaving.
And then it's all going to be online, digital podcast.
And at that point, it might get better because then at that point, we can both kind of have our own setup.
Yep.
Nonetheless, of like camera-wise and stuff like that. I mean, he might use the same stuff, but at least for me, actually, I might still use the camera we use now.
And I responded to that comment, and all I really could say, it's a process.
I mean, it is. It's not just as simple as everyone thinks to just start a camera and start talking. Like,
I know. A lot of people think that. Like,
it's hard to keep the conversation going nonetheless. Of like, we're not interesting people by any means. We don't live in a state where we can go downtown and crazy things happen. Where we live, you go downtown and you're most likely gonna get shot.
Yep.
Like, it's not like LA and stuff like that where you can just walk and the most craziest stuff is happening. Like, we both work full-time jobs while we do, the podcast, and then our other free time, I mean, it's just gaming and doing stuff in our personal lives. Like, we both have girlfriends and we both,
Bryce works an insane amount of hours.
Yeah, like, I'm working from 4 a.m. to 9 o'clock at night every day almost, and it's hard to get I don't know what word I'm looking for, a pattern,
Yeah.
none to say the least, of like, because it's always like, can we even do the podcast this week? Are we gonna have time? Like,
But people don't understand. It's not as simple as hitting record, hitting end, and then uploading it. There's editing. There's.
and that's the thing. We don't live together, and he has a little bit more than time than me. So we agreed on him editing, and me using my house to record, and all that stuff. So, and when the podcast gets too big, for some reason it doesn't want to upload onto a drive. And that's the only way we can transfer it, because emailing takes hours and hours and hours, and then my computer shuts off and it doesn't even send.
The file's too big, and
Yeah. And I don't have the nicest of the nicest stuff. I mean, we use a MacBook. It's a brand new MacBook, but it's not like the newest one by any means. You know, it's still really nice, and, you know, I like it and stuff like that. But it can only handle so much that we throw at it. And it's been kind of hard to figure out how to use it, because I've always had Apple phones and stuff like that, but any computer I'd ever use would be Windows. So I knew how to run Windows and Chromebooks and stuff like that. And then the second I got a MacBook, I was like, this is nothing like my phone. How do I even work this thing?
especially files are so complicated.
Yeah, like all the filing and stuff on the MacBooks. And, you know, some of you guys could be watching this and being like, oh, he's just retarded. It's the easiest thing ever. But I've never had to use, like, files on my phone and stuff like that. So, like, trying to figure out how to work them. I mean, my old computer would just save it to a file and it would be on the most recent thing. This one I have to, like, search for it and, like, remember what number it uploaded it as and then search it. The MacBook has really been the only piece of technology I have not been able to figure out. At least for the podcast. I use it for, you know, streaming my gaming and stuff like that. And I've got that to a T, you know. But that's another thing. If you guys want to see more of me and him, definitely go check out my YouTube, because
And if you want more of who was on the podcast in the last episode, the Giovanni and
Adine,
or 2-inch.
2 inches is his gaming name, but yeah, definitely we can link Adine's YouTube down there, and
I don't know if we can, man.
But go search up 2-inch on YouTube, you'll find them.
I'll link it.
And we can link my YouTube too. So if you want to see more, that is just raw content. We hit the stream button and we go.
And there's, except Adine's, he has to archive after.
But it would be really cool to see more people in our streams.
Yeah, instead of FBI. Can we talk about FBI agent?
So there's this guy. I don't know every single stream, and I mean, I stream at least once or twice a week.
Yep.
I streamed last night.
Random times, no schedule.
Yeah, no schedule. I mean, usually it's kind of around the same time, because it's just how it lines up with our jobs and stuff that we can both get on and play. And it's not always like right when the stream starts or at a certain point in the stream, but there's always at one point of the stream, somebody named FBI agent comes in.
Oh, no, isn't it Walmart? No.
No.
Walmart FBI? No, it's not.
I don't even know if FBI agent's his
I thought it was like Walmart
his
FBI.
name on YouTube. That's his name on Fortnite.
Okay.
But I forgot what it is on. It's like Zach something. But then he comes onto my chat and says the same exact thing every time.
Let's play, add me.
No, it's like, hi, you can call me Adam. Add me on Fortnite, let's play, blah, blah, blah. And then we'll be like, we got bored one stream, so we were just like, okay, you can only play with us if you can 2v1 me and Jake. Like, we were just being funny. And he was like, okay. So he gets on, and he's like, okay, I don't have a mic. So this man's talking to us through my stream chat. And I think this was like the second time we let him join. He played for a while. We played 2v2 realistics, and me and Jake put one of our buddies on his team, and then it was me and Jake. Well, we ended up absolutely dogging them. And I kept saying good game every time. And then one of the times I didn't, and he just left. The game left my stream, everything got so heated. And the next day I think I streamed, and he just joined again. And every time I'm like, I already know who you are. You don't need to like...
You're on my friends list.
Like... And then he's like, change my name to...
Oh, what was...
I forgot what it was. Like, Peter Griffin Muncher, something weird. And
make me moderate.
Yeah, he just asks all these questions.
Him and Adine started beefing in your chat.
Yeah, him and Adine just started going off in my chat, like.
And then I just remember you were looking at your chat and you're like, are you guys beefing in my chat right now?
Yeah, one of the things was he said you're adopted in my chat, and I was like, damn, bro, you didn't have to do me like that. It's actually true. And then he got like he was like, I'm so sorry that I said that. It was a complete joke. But
he's not adopted.
I'm not. But it's pretty funny. Yeah, other than that, yeah. Every stream. Like I bet you if me and Jake played tonight and I streamed it,
he would be there.
He'd join. I wanted to stream tonight, but we started the podcast super late.
It does. Yeah, it's not looking good. You have anything else on that?
Guys, encourage Jake to play other games other than Fortnite. So we'll start a GoFundMe for it. And it's not even that he can't like afford other games or stuff like that. Like he just genuinely
not interested.
Will not play any other game than Fortnite. Buys a whole PC.
Yep.
To not even do PC things with it.
Yep. But enough about me. Let's ask Bryce something. So, you've had a lot of different friends growing up. You don't have to say anyone's names, but I want to know, what's the craziest thing that you've witnessed? I have one that I've been thinking about for the past week, because I just can't believe it happened. Like, with one of your friends, just like the craziest thing you've witnessed. Like, something that... I'll say mine first.
Okay.
You know, in my neighborhood, I'll just tell the story, like fast version, so because I know we're probably gonna want to talk about it. There's a little road that goes down to the lake, and we found a little hidden spot, and we bought floaties so we could sail across the lake, but we never actually did it. Those floaties never got used, but we were kids, and we thought we could sail across the lake on them. That spot.
Okay, so the story's at this spot?
Yes, the story takes place on that hill. That is super steep, by the way.
Okay, how long ago was this?
I was in 6th or 7th grade, which means you would have been too. So that's 2016, 2017.
Okay.
I had this... Me and my friend Austin made friends with these kids that lived down the road from us. There was like, I think it was 3 brothers. They might have been a 4th. I don't remember. But we were hanging out with one of them who was younger than us. He was like 10 and we were like 12 or 13. Well, Austin was also younger, but I was 12 or 13. And me and Austin had that spot that I'm talking about, super steep hill. It's just like asphalt down into this little dead end. And then there's woods around it. Me and Austin would go into the woods and go like off-road BMX down the hill, super steep hill. But at the bottom of the hill, you have to turn really sharp to get back on the pavement. Otherwise, you're going down into the lake, hitting trees on the way. The little 10-year-old kid, who's chubby, by the way, so keep that in mind because it's funnier to imagine. Me and us, we're like, let's go off-roading. Me and Austin, go down. We do our thing. We do it good. And then I hear other buddy screaming on his way down. So he's on his BMX screaming. I remembered his bike doesn't have brakes. So he's zooming down this hill, off-roading on this bike. And he's not smart. I know he doesn't know to just like jump off or to like drift or something to slow down. But there's two options. He either hits a tree or he's going straight down in the lake.
Which it's not like straight lake. Like you
No,
have
there's
to go through a couple trees.
trees,
to get to
brush, there's rocks. Oh yeah, there's riprap at the bottom of that between the lake and the where riprap normally is.
Yep.
How do I say this? Going down the hill screaming. Front tire hits a tree. Back tire goes up. Face into the tree. You would have thought he left a face print in that tree.
I would have tried to go for the water. I would have tried to weave and bop those trees. Why didn't he put his feet down on the ground?
I think he was, but that hill's just so steep.
It is.
But he was screaming the entire way.
I think we tried to skateboard down it once, and we could only go for like 2 seconds before we had to jump off, and we were still like full sprint down the hill trying to not fall.
No, because I remember I looked up and I was like, he doesn't have brakes. But I was like, oh, this guy doesn't have brakes. Like out loud, but inside I'm like, he's going to die.
I think.
And then immediately after he hit his head, dizzy for a second, and then just immediately screamed.
I don't know if it was that hill. Didn't we try to sit on a longboard down that hill?
It was either that one or the public access down the street from there. That's less steep and less big.
Because I remember we used to sit on like longboards, and like there's a hill behind my house that you can like go down and then you turn.
Oh, I remember that.
Down the hill. We used to sit on it.
The one if you go right and then right down. Yeah.
And it goes like.
I remember doing it there. I remember for sure.
Because like it was like a steady like hill, like you didn't ever have to like push.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could just go turn a little bit, and then if you turned again, it would be another hill, and you'd go down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I would have at least tried to put my feet down or at least jump off the bike before once. But you probably still would have biffed it. But
and remember, he's a chubby little kid.
yeah.
he had it.
Then I definitely would have put my feet down. Then you still would have had a little weight though.
You ever experience anything just crazy with your friend? Like something your friend did that was just like that did not just happen.
I'm trying to think of. I've got a lot of stories, but I feel like there's one that's just like crazier.
While he's thinking, I'll just give like in-depth details about the tree that he hit. No bark, just smooth wood. It was a pretty big tree. I could probably hug around it now. Probably not then. I was smaller.
You were short.
I was.
We used to play leapfrog.
Yeah.
Every time we'd see each other, you'd be taller, and then I'd be taller, and now I just kept growing, and
then we got grown, and he just had the tall jeans, and I didn't. 5'8", while he's what 6'1", 6'2".
6'1". I guess I do. I don't know if this is the craziest one, but it's a story. So I don't remember what podcast episode it was, but in one podcast episode we talked about the woods that we went into, and we heard the screams.
Oh, yep.
Okay, well, like a week before that, we were in those same woods because they're absolutely gigantic. So there's like a dome that you play like soccer and football in.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
So there's a dirt parking lot behind that. So on the same night, not the same night, week before that, nighttime, we decided to go to Shields that day and buy BB guns.
Oh, God.
And some were airsoft, some were BBs. We just bought a bunch of different random, like thousands of dollars worth of BB and airsoft guns. So we were like out in the woods just like shooting random stuff like teenagers. And we decided to start shooting each other and like having like a World War II in the woods. And there was like at least 10 or 12 of us of my friend group, and we all had one. So then we like started a real thing. We're like, okay, let's do a full airsoft war. So like 5 or 6 of us, I think there's like 12 of us, like 6 of us like walked a ways into the woods, and then like 6 of them like stayed. And I was in the group that like walked, and we walked a pretty good amount. And then like we had these like, we downloaded this like walkie-talkie app on our phones, and we were just like, okay, we'll start when like someone goes in the walkie and like says start, like when we were further enough back. So then we were like, we got on the walkie-talkies and we were like, start. So, you know, me and my buddies, we start like going in, like these woods are huge, like they do not stop, like if you keep walking, like you could walk forever through these. And we walked pretty far back, and then we were finally like, okay, let's not like all stay in the same group. And it was pitch black outside, but we had like, some of us had like headlamps, some of us were using like phone flashlights, stuff like that. Well, it ended up the group got really split up, and I ended up on my own. So then at this point, there's something called the cliff there. Well, I ended up there, and that's pretty far into the woods, and it's pitch black, and sometimes I get a little scared in the woods alone. It's fine if I'm with a bunch of people, but when you're laying there alone. So I was like, okay, I'll go into like, there was like this berm that went down the cliff. I just laid in it. And I was like, okay, I can hear if like, it was like fallish time, so there's like leaves on the ground and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll hear them. And so I waited there for a little bit. You know, people are still talking on the walkie-talkies, but I had my AirPods, so I put one in. So like, if someone like happened to like be on like, because the BB guns hurt. Like airsoft, pretty fine. I mean, they were pretty like high-powered airsoft, but I'd much rather get shot by the airsoft gun than the BB guns. And some of them had the BB guns. I had a BB gun. I had a pistol. Wasn't really working out in my favor, but you know. And then some of my buddies got full automatic BB guns and stuff, like ARs and stuff like that. So I was like, okay. So I start hearing people like walk around in the woods. And on before you hit the cliff, it's just a really steep dirt hill. So I'm laying there, and I start hearing people walk around, and I can't like tell if they're really on my like team or not or whatnot, because it's dark. So I like poke my head up, and right as I poke my head up, one of my buddies on my team shot his full auto BB gun at the kid walking right by me, and like 4 of them lit him up in his face, and he fell back, and luckily he didn't make it to the cliff part, because he fell back and like tripped, and I kid you not, like fell straight back and started going down this hill, and I kid you not, he was doing like handstands on his head every time he'd flip back. And I'm just watching this dude like flip down this hill. Yeah, no, for like 2-3 months he literally had like 4 like
Jesus
indents on his face.
Oh my god. That
Plus he was like all cut up and bruised from like
falling,
going 70 miles down this hill on his head.
Oh.
Because he made it all the way to the bottom, and it was a long, steep hill. But if he would have fell down the cliff, he probably would have died.
Yeah.
Because it went from, like, steep hill, and then once you made it to the cliff, it was like a full drop-off instead of a hill. Or it was like a drop-off to the steep hill. Doorknob.
I hope the mic heard that. Oh my god.
Well, after Jake just pooped himself.
Have you ever been to a paintball place?
Yes.
You know how it's like a common rule? Like if someone comes up to you, they can ask, oh, like, you want to be out and not get shot? I won't shoot you because I'm so close to you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a surrender thing. Do you surrender? I didn't really know about that rule because I was like a 7th, 8th grade, and I'd never been. Me and my buddy Max Savage go with his dad. And this guy who is a freaking tryhard sprints up to me. Like, do you surrender? I shot him point blank right there. Like, not even just one shot. I was like, I got a jump scared and
Pop, 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 pop. I bet you he was pretty mad.
He was just like, what? Yeah, he was. He was
Throwing his hands up.
his hands up.
Yeah, no, one time me and Jake Searson and his dad went paintballing, but we went to an outdoor paintball place.
Yeah, that was outdoor too.
In Norwood? I think it was.
I don't remember where mine was.
I think mine was in Norwood.
I think mine was close to Wisconsin.
But we got paired up. The opposite team were Marines. Like adult Marines.
Okay.
Hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Mm-hmm.
They're like doing call outs and like bam, 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 bam. I'm getting shot left and right and left and right. And these are some like, since it was outdoor, it was like the like high PSI paintballs.
Mm-hmm.
All those things hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the times I got so scared, I like covered myself in a bunch of leaves and laid in like this berm. Just like the airsoft story. But someone found me and just decided to light me up. Like stand above me and just...
They were having flashbacks.
I was like, Vietnam, Vietnam!
Oh my god.
But then, yeah, I think I went for my cousin's birthday at an indoor place, too, and it was just like... all that was protecting you were like blow-up obstacles.
Oh, I did one of those that was indoor.
I don't remember where that one was.
I don't remember where it was, but it was kind of cool. I feel like a toxic trait of mine is I've never done one in the woods, but I feel like I'd be insanely good at it because I'd be like climbing trees and stuff.
Let's go buy paintball guns and
Let's go.
get a bunch of people. Everybody, paintball guns are expensive.
I got my cousin one for Christmas, and then I got him a bunch of paintballs, and he loves me now. I'm his favorite cousin. No, I'm not, but yeah, I want to, but I only got him the one. Now I have to get him a second one. Bryce, I got a blind rank for you. I thought of this on the way here. That's why it's so random. I just thought of it because
Okay.
I don't know why I thought of it. Smells, like 1 being smells the best, 5 being smells the worst.
You.
I'm not a part of it. First one, Domino's Pizza,
3,
Subway,
2,
new car smell,
4,
gasoline.
5.
God, you messed up, bro. Your number 1 is cigarettes.
Yeah. Dang. I would put Domino's Pizza at 1 then.
Yeah, dude, it's a good smell.
It is. Fresh pizza.
New car smell, I never really get. I don't like the new car smell, really. Unless it's like
Unless it's
an
a
older
I bought
car.
off the dealership, but like if I
Yeah.
put a new car smell air freshener in there, it's just not the same as like
Mm-hmm.
like that. Like honestly, that's my favorite thing of getting a new car. It's just like it just smells like it's never been used before.
New shoe smell, too.
Yeah.
I was thinking about putting this in there, but I don't know if you ever really smelt it. Have you ever smelt like a new garbage bag?
Yes.
Smells-
I replace my garbage like weekly.
It smells pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I think so. I like that smell.
Jake's in the corner huffing his garbage bags.
I could for...
Dryer sheets.
Those are pretty good, too. There's another one that I was thinking about. Oh, tennis balls. New tennis balls.
New tennis balls. I
Smell-
love smelling balls.
And then if we're going to move on, I got another game. If we're not going to move on, you can do a blind ring for me if you want.
We can move on. I'm out of blind rings.
This is a new game. You're not allowed to speak until I say a car that's more reliable than a Volkswagen Jetta. So you just have to stay silent. I'll just start firing off cars. And you just can't talk until I say one. But I'll give you like 3 seconds between.
Okay.
Starting off, we'll do a Chevy Trailblazer. Nope. Ford Explorer. I forgot the name of it. Okay, I'll just move on to the next. Chevy Cruze. Toyota 4Runner. Nope. A Jeep Wrangler. Chevy Impala.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My dad had an Impala. Like, I wouldn't. I guess Toyota 4Runner because it's a Toyota. I guess those are more reliable.
Okay.
I mean, the Volkswagen was reliable. It was the only car that never. You did me dirty on the Trailblazer. And the Explorer. Those are both cars I own that blew up. My Jetta kind of blew up, but I kept it going.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you would have said my truck, I still wouldn't have talked.
Oh, really?
That thing's not reliable either.
I don't know why I didn't. We'll do another one. Don't speak until I say a car that is possible to build better than the truck you own right now. But I will be saying cars too.
Mm-hmm.
So car builds, truck builds. Nissan Titan. Toyota Tacoma. Ford Flex. Dodge Charger. Pontiac Firebird. GMC Denali.
Yes.
Yes,
Well, it depends. Is it a gas or a diesel?
it's a gasser.
Oh, no. Keep going. 5'3" or 6'2"?
We'll do 5.3s.
Girl.
We'll stay smaller.
Okay.
I'll get more specific with this one. 2004. No, 2003, the year I was born. Duramax.
Yes. Other than
Chevy Duramax.
I hate cat eyes.
Yeah, that's what I was
But I'd
wondering.
build it. I'd do it just because I want a diesel.
You think it could be built better than your truck right now?
You definitely could, yeah. My truck's not like SEMA rated or anything, but
Do
yeah.
you think our old friend that has a cat eye, his truck is... Do you think his is built good?
No.
Okay. Moving on.
No.
God.
I've seen it up close, no.
Do you want to try one of those with me? Don't speak till Jake editions.
The thing is, like, I do music, but I don't know anyone you listen to.
I still know, like, mainstream rappers. You could do that.
There's
There's only, like, 15 that I actually like. Maybe more. Maybe 20. I couldn't do a top 50.
Before we do this, I have a little side. Who won? Drake or Kendrick?
Whoever's not lying. If Kendrick's a wife beater, And if Drake's a pedophile, if they're both
But
true,
off of the music, who won? I'll let you go before I say mine.
we've already talked about this, but I don't know if your opinion's changed, and you don't know if mine has. I'm still Team Kendrick.
I'm Kendrick all the way. After he made the Not Like Us song,
Oh, okay, you switched up. Okay.
I'm Team Kendrick.
I'm Team Kendrick as well. Not like that thing is everywhere. They were playing that at the Timberwolves game. I immediately posted on my Storm Sound story playing Not Like Us at the Timberwolves Denver game, I think it was, is absolutely crazy.
Yeah. But, that was just a side note. I just had to put that out there. Put your guys' who you think won and why they won down below. But yeah, I guess do not speak until I say a rapper that you would want to feature
Over.
with your favorite underground artist.
Okay, so Dempsey. But so I actually have to go based off Dempsey's style. Okay. Over
Yeah.
who? Who am I?
What do you mean over who? I'm gonna list names
Oh,
and then you
I say
can't-
someone that I would want to feature.
Yeah, you can't speak until I
Okay.
say someone
Okay.
who you would want to feature with your favorite underground rapper.
Okay.
Drake. The Weeknd. Post Malone.
But oh, I don't know.
J. Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not Post Malone, but J. Cole.
I just don't think Post Malone would fit.
Yeah, but
I-
Post Malone just did a song with Morgan Wallen.
I know, but I Post Malone's one of my favorite artists, mainstream. But so I would love to see it, but from like a good song perspective, it could. I would say the same thing for The Weeknd too. Like I would want to see it, but I don't know if it would work.
Yeah. Alright, I guess I got another one. Don't
Okay.
speak until I say a rapper you absolutely hate. Okay. 21 Savage. Future. Kendrick. Sexy Red.
I'll talk. I don't.
You
I'll
don't
talk.
bump some Sexy Red?
No, I don't. Absolutely hate. I guess I can go back to silence. I don't absolutely hate her.
Ice Spice? No. Ice JJ Fish.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah. Can't say I'm a fan.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I got one more for you.
Okay.
Not name. Don't speak until. I'm just getting these ready. Don't speak until I say a car. Wait, no. Don't speak until I say a car that you would sell your truck for. Ford F-150. Ford F-350. Cummins, Dodge. I'm trying to think of where to go with this. A Charger. Pontiac Sunfire. Trailblazer. Jetta. The original Trailblazer, the same one you had, but restored. Mustang. Corvette.
Yeah. Yeah, I want a vet. Vet or Camaro?
Where do you stand on the... Would you rather have a Corvette or a Camaro?
A vet. A C6 or C7 vet.
Okay. Yeah, they're pretty nice.
I wouldn't go any C8s or nothing like that. Those
Yeah,
are gross.
those look like Ferraris.
Yeah.
Like watered down.
But like a C7 Z06.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd take it.
Okay. It's time. They're not selling these anymore, and I don't personally buy scratch-offs that much. I don't know how it works. I don't even know if we can make money off these.
Watch us hit the $5,000 right now, and
Oh, I'd be so upset. Snowflakes and mittens.
I'm gonna scratch off the dollar amount.
Oh, I'll do that first.
All right, I got a $5,000 around here.
Oh my God, safety.
What were you looking for? Snowflake or mitten?
I didn't get anything.
All right. For the $5,000.
Oh, I thought you scratched it off.
I did. Gingerbread man.
All right, well, that's going to be a wrap on the Chillin' series. Gonna have to move on to the next $1 scratch offs they have.
I think we should move up to $2 scratch offs. Oh.
If we get money back from those, then yes, we will. If they don't allow it.
Nice little podcast. We're hoping to get this one at least uploaded soon.
Or the one before this.
Or the one before this. We got another one that you guys haven't even seen, but that one's very long, so it should do its work. But once again, thank you for coming up, watching, chilling, having fun. Jake's doing jumps in the back. But hoodies, check them out. June 28th.
Yep.
Come out, see both of us. We'll be there. Rappers will be there. Fun time. Good memories. Chilling with the boys. Come meet me and Jake. We'll be there. If you're from the podcast, tell us you're from the podcast.
Selling merch.
Selling merch. Don't think we'll have Now That We're Men merch by then. But maybe. If we
should.
keep going consistently, we should have some. I will have my hoodies there, even though it's not really wrapping attire. But
Girlfriend's brand? Or no?
this is my girlfriend's brand, by the way.
Oh, it is.
LP Cowboy Co. Check it out. Nothing's on there other than my hoodies. But, yeah. Once again, thank y'all for listening. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Or 2 weeks.